Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yosel and welcome to a quick War Thunder Blast. We are on the Carpathians domination map. This is in arcade mode. And we'll go and have probably the usual 3 control points between us and the enemy. Yep, there we go. So, Panzer IV, or in this case Panzer Sideways, because that Sherman wants to go first. Because normally in point B, the opposing team will expect us to come down grids E8 and F8, so that's where they tend to set their firing line. However, what you can do if you've got a suitably fast tank is to take a toggle down the 10 line instead, and in theory come out on their flank if they have been a little too aggressive in pushing forwards and grabbing for B. Of course, depending on what the enemy have got, let's see, we've got M24, Su-122, oh, they've got a KV-2, terrific, and a couple of Shermans. Okay, that's a fairly typical Allied mix at this kind of tier. We're talking high tier 3, round about the 4.5 to 5.0 mark. So we'll just keep on rolling, do a little lumberyacking while we're here. Don't have a plane, use the machine gun instead. And then we're finally onto the flat, so let's just put the pedal to the metal. Most of the other team has rolled for A and C. They're making the grab for the high ground. We've got a heavy rolling in on A. He might actually be able to survive down there in the trench work, particularly if he gets cover fire from C. We've not had contact with the enemy as yet, which makes me think that they are actually lining up on B, and I'm about to friend them. So we're going to drop a box barrage just there on their approach road. And we'll see if that, at the very least, it'll discourage them from making an attack. And if we get some hits, well, that just clues us into where the enemy are. So we've got C. We still don't have contact on the minimap. This is a little worrying. It's the entire team AFK, or have they just set up on the hill southwest of B, because that's their usual favourite campy spot. Now I'm going to take a risk and peek over this hill. Not a very safe thing to do, but it's a Panzer IV-G. I've got 80mm of armour on the front, which I would prefer not to get shell holes in if I can. And yet, Gitterman is yelling for help. He's an M6A1. He should be able to take a few hits. That thing is basically the Uber Sherman. Now, what have we got? An M4A2 over there. Can I get a shot peeked over? Yes. Oh, you know what? I can. Excuse me. Boom. I'm taking some hits as well. Bounced off the Sherman's front armour. No surprise. Load Panzergranate 40 instead. I don't believe it's that one hit wiped my gunner and my loader. The enemy now know exactly where I am, so it's time to run like hell. Unfortunately, I think... Yeah, they... Oh, wow, they got my turret drives as well. I have completely lost the ability to shoot. And now I'm on fire. Skid around... Oh, it's a T-34-85. This is going to be painful. Yes, mate, I know you've got me cold. And if that fluke hit hadn't disabled me... German Panzers, ladies and gentlemen, do not make a single mistake with them or you will suffer, and suffer dearly. Still, at least we now know where the enemy is, mostly. Unfortunately, a lot of our team is hung up on A. They did get the M6, more's the bloody pity, and we're kind of struggling to hang on to C. Wow, did we just go neutral on C? Oh, Christ. Okay, let's get up there. Apparently I'm going to have to do this myself. And I have lost my best Panzer, thanks to that goddamn flick. Oh, they've got a KV-2. What a surprise. No wonder we've got a bad case of exploding tanks. Right, we're going to stay under its sightline for the moment. The long 75 is good, but it can't get through a KV-2's armour reliably at this range, so I'm going to have to be a wee bitty careful. KV-2, of course, will have absolutely no trouble getting through my armour, especially the tin that is a Panzer IV F2s at this tier. Let's see, they've got a Jagdpanzer IV up on the hill providing cross cover. A couple of M4s. Yeah, we really need to get round on their flanks, or this is going to be over very, very quickly. Is that Jagdpanzer looking my way? Possibly. Okay, let's just try a shot. Lay on, fire, and then immediately start moving. Got a hit his driver's scope. And then glanced off. Sloped armor, boys and girls. Great stuff. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough for him. That's a kill assist. Yeah, that was the Jagdpanzer going down. Okay, let's just keep rolling. We need to get fast around C. We also need to assist on A. They have got the cap advantage. We are about to start losing points. Big style. Okay, options. At this stage, relatively little. M4A3 is actually pushing around onto the cross flank. He's actually ahead of us. He's in F3 at the moment, but he's going to be picking up a lot of tank destroy fire. Something just went bang. I don't think it was one of ours. No, I think that was an enemy aircraft going up. Now, there are some scraps of cover at A, so I could get ambitious. However, first thing we'll do is drop some lead artillery there, just to persuade that tank rushing for A to back off, or at least hit the brakes. What have we got? One hostile medium closing in on A already. Ooh, KV-2 Tan. I see you. Unfortunately, he probably sees me, so is he dumb enough to have ammo in his turret? No, he wasn't, but we did just catch his loader. Line up on the hull instead. Boom. And we hit the vodka storage. There goes the KV-2. Right, let's line up. Sherman, again, we've got a clean shot to his ammo racks. Boom. Wasn't his ammo. Actually, we did hit his ammo. My apologies. Next stop, M4. He is front onto us. Can we get a roof shot? No, but we did smack his engine deck, so drop the aim a couple of points. Didn't need to, and that was an M24, not an M4, so no surprises he went explodey. Fast shot into that 76, and then back the hell off because I've been made. Right, so reverse. Need to find a new firing position. We'll drop some artillery onto that little cluster of fun at the island. We still need to clear A, and we need to do it in short order. We're not going to do this round any other way. Oh, gods, they got the cargo. Shit, that was a sudden death condition, wasn't it? Damn. Forgot about that. 2 kills, 1 death. Sloppy performance by my standards. Particularly losing the G early on. If that first hit hadn't wrecked my gunnery systems, I'd probably been able to take that T-34 with a lucky shot. No matter, let's go again, because that was only 7 and 8 minutes. Okay, Ash River, this is a little more traditional. We're coming at them from east to west. So the centre point at B, if it's there, in that middle redoubt, is actually pretty accessible for us. We can generally get there first with medium tanks, and then all we have to do is lock down the northern and western approaches if the control point's there. However, if we've got 3 points, okay, we're also going to have to think about A and C as well. A tends to go to the eastern team. It's a fairly easy approach. C tends to go to the northern team. Again, they've got a downhill approach. It's actually in a depression, and there's a good bit of cover, but you're really in an awkward position if you get shot at. So, Panzervor, once again. And this time it really is Panzervor, because we're going to go hell for leather for B, which means getting onto the road. Which means finding the road. M6 is coming the other way. Pity he would have been useful at B, because it does turn into a bit of a shooting gallery up there. And in fact the entire team is going that way, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, because they may well know the map better than I do. Are any of them taking that sharp left cross country to B? No, they aren't. Right, so we'll just pull up here. And do the nice, tame, boring thing and follow the road. AI drones on the front lines are already starting to close in on B. We should get first enemy contact in a few seconds. We'll be able to play their strategy from there. Say, typically on Pugs what you get is a dash to C and B from the western team. Which reminds me, let's drop a box barrage onto the usual approach. Artillery doesn't really kill people, but it's got such a reputation for doing so, unjustified I might add, that most people are extremely unwilling to drive their tanks where there are large explosions going off. So as a psychological tool, it's very, very good for persuading people to be silent. Okay, so we have a KV-2 of our own. I am not going to pass in front of a loaded 152mm howitzer. In fact, we've got 2 KV-2s. They've got one... Yep, 2 KV-2s. Right. The hands of Stalin are on the battlefield. Unfortunately, they've got an M6, which with a bit of luck, the KV-2s can dispose of, but frontally, it might be a bit of a challenge. Through the checkpoint, we care not for your checks, or indeed for your points, which we are shortly going to be grabbing. So, B is half capped. We'll get there in time to assist our Sturmgeschützfriend, if I can manage not to hook up on the masonry. Come on. There we go. Damn it, that cost me cap credit. Oh well. So, we've nabbed B, C is still neutral, A is no man's land at the moment. Now what usually happens is that this turns into a shooting gallery, so we've got a hold down M4, bad position. In fact, we're about to get RT dropped on the cap circle. I'm going to load Panzergranate 40, that's the solid APCR high velocity round fitted for the German tanks. And then I'm going to take another risk and stick my head out again. We'll just move up a little, clear the artillery zone, because they will be targeting the central cap. It's a nice easy landmark for them. Traverse the turret round, gentle creep forwards, angle the hull to about 20 degrees, and boom. Penetration, and I think we just hit the loader's crotch. And apparently I was wrong about the artillery. Excuse me. Load. That's a KV-2. Get him! Get him before he reloads. Quick! Did he just miss a shot? Stugs had the same idea. I'm now on fire. I got clumsy. I exposed my backside to the M4. Took an engine hit. Like I said, Panzers, excellent guns, excellent manoeuvring. But dear God, you make a single mistake in a Panzer IV, and you will pay for it. I have got... What is that? Momentum? Yeah, momentum. I'm not even going to be able to limp to cover with this, because the moment I turn... Yeah, there we go. I'm just lost it. So, here I am in the middle of nowhere with my arse pointing towards a known enemy position, and a KV-2 round that corner who's going to stick his head round having reloaded. Fuck me, why did I not have the turret on that guy? Well, at least we know his barrel's empty. Come on. Get round that corner and kill him off quick. Okay, KV-2 is buried away to reload. Pull out the F2 once again. Dear God, what an appalling start to the evening. Right, so points A and C are coming under enemy control. Point B is pretty much solidly locked. Our own KV-2s are stuck in midfield. I'm about to drive up a cliff if I don't watch what I'm doing. Let's just drive hard for C, because that's probably going to be the next easiest place to get to. There's some brilliant high ground there if you want to just pound an enemy. Oh God, we've lost one of our KV-2s. Sherman Derp got to him first. KV-2s are fearsome beasts if you're on the wrong end of one, or if you're just clumsy in handling them, but yeah. Come on, mate, you've got a 75 low velocity. You're not going to get a Panzer IV-G from there, not with 80 mils of frontal armour. Let's take a fast blitz round. I need to take a left somewhere here. Oh, damn it, I forgot there were tank traps across there. Fine, sharp reverse. And then forwards once again. Actually, no, can I crack that Hetzer from here? Probably. Line it up, right hand side. Boom! You never know, we might get something. Because Lord knows... Oh, you're kidding me! He got my transmission! I don't believe this. Put the fire out. Dear God, who declared this to be Kick Yuzril Day? Christ almighty. Okay, both Panzer IVs wrecked. Let's get something a little more durable out. Question is, do I go for the Stug 3, 100-1000, or the Hetzer 100-1400? Let's get the Hetzer. If nothing else, we can go Hetz somebody. Lord knows, we're being pretty thoroughly hetzed ourselves. Russian tank destroyers! Russian heavy tanks with no knowledge of what breaks it for, and oh God, that's an Su-122. It was an Su-122. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not take full ammunition loads into battle. Okay, right, so C is being slowly recapped. Hetzer, unfortunately, it was built on the old Panzer 38 chassis, which means it's slow. It's very slow. It's horribly anemically slow. I mean, 20 kilometers per hour. The TOG, the infamous TOG, manages this. On the other hand, it does have one hell of a gun, and that 60mm of armor at 60 degrees can be better protection than the 100mm on a Tiger. Of course, with the way my luck's going, those bombs are aimed at me. Come on, where are they going to land? Oh, what do you know? They weren't aimed at me. Fine, line up on that T-34. Hull, right wheels. Apparently they were aimed at me. I just... Oh god, who declared this to be my bullet magnet day? Oh lord. Right, you know what? We'll just return to the hangar. If you can't beat them, join them. Let's get out the Russians. Let's draw a veil over that fight. And, as I said, if you can't beat them, join them. I have a KV-2. Rather infamously, I have killed the mouse target drone with this thing in a... Admittedly, it wasn't a live fire situation, or at least the target wasn't firing back at the time, but yeah, this thing can wreck just about anything it runs into. Of course, sometimes Stalin trolls you and it, well, yeah, it bounces. It has an alarming tendency to bounce, actually, usually at the worst possible moment. So, welcome to Kuban, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite the jungle, but we've still got fun and games. KV-2, 1939. Armor-piercing vodka bottles with ballistic caps. Yes, that's 111mm of penetration at 1,000 meters. And then there's rather a lot of high explosive backing it up. Each of those shells weighs 50 kilos, compared to the typical 6 or 7 kilos of a 75mm shell. Gives you an idea just how brutal this thing's main gun is. KV-1 chassis, so you've got 75mm of armour on the front and sides, 70 on the back, and it's something pretty similar on the turret. You'll also notice that I'm running with a half load of ammunition. There is no ammunition in the turret. If you do not wish your KV-2 to explode prematurely, you will store all vodka and borscht in the hull. Of course, that does mean people tend to aim for the midsection of the hull, and just make absolutely sure you explode if you're hit. There are fuel tanks on either side. Little Jagdpanzer, get out of way! KV-2 is advancing. My Russian accent really needs work. I have no idea what that was. Okay, looks like most people have had the same idea. Point C is interesting on this map because it is basically in the middle of a corridor. So it turns into an armour and shooting gallery. There is little or no room available for flanking unless you want to go up the hill and expose yourself to the crossfire from tank destroyers. Oh god, they've got an IS-1. Okay, this could get interesting. Okay, the IS-1, ladies and gentlemen, the tank that was basically built to kill the Tiger. I'm not even kidding. It was the replacement for the KV series heavies, and the Russians, being the Russians, knew they were onto a good thing with heavy tanks and went heavier. And you wonder why the Germans copied them sharpish in 1942. So, what have we got? A couple of Panzer IV Gs swapping shots. Ah! Sherman 76. Capitalist. Your time is at an end. You will exploit the workers no longer. Well, okay, a little longer since I don't have a shot just yet. Continue the advance. Oh, T-34. Dirty, filthy traitor. He has been purged. Back this thing up because, sadly, this thing has a 30-second reload time. The problems of a gun that is massive, massive levels of overkill and shells that weigh 50 kilos is that it takes 30 seconds to reload the damn gun. And you are defenseless while they are doing it. Which is why I was so desperate to get around that corner earlier and kill the KV-2, since I knew he'd fired. I knew I could stick my head round, stuff a couple of shots into his ammo racks, and reckon they have a Tiger! It will not save him. Get the range. Load on. Have my shot blocked by a KV-5. God damn. Come on, come on, come on. Blocked again. And someone else got the tie again. Damn it! Very well. KV-2 need not have all the kills. KV-2 can be generous and share. Oh, someone's bought a BT-5. That's a tier 1 reserve tank. It barely qualifies as a tank, it's got so little armor. And the 45mm gun, well, the gun's okay, but the ammo's a bad joke. Lay on. Fire! Another dirty traitor purged from the ranks. Forwards, comrades! Let us get out of this firing hole before they try to flank us. Reloading again. Announce it to the team. Happily, it gives them a timer on my gun if you are watching the lower left corner. Generally, if you're working a slow gun like this, it's good manners to announce that you're reloading. It's also good sense to get out of the way. Oop, where did that come from? Was that just a lucky shot, or has someone got our flank? No, I think we're okay so far. So, 2 points secured. There is something with the range and the bearing. Ah, an N6. It is the Capitalist heavy tank, and they have another Tiger as well. Very well, we shall advance. We shall pull forward, stop on the ridgeline, and then lay on to this exploiter of the workers. There he is. Get the range. Come on. Get the range. Get the range. Damn it. The other problem with the assisted gun sight is that it lies if you're on an angle. Come on. Nope. Okay, it doesn't want to lock for some reason. Probably because there was something solid in between us and them. There are enough contours on this map that it could be a little awkward. Ah! An M4A1 76. 76mm armed Shermans are much nastier propositions than their 75mm armed cousins, but he's backed up into cover. Interesting thing about the KV-2 is the sheer panic seeing this tank's very distinctive silhouette causes. So we have a Su-152. That is one of the few things that also mounts a gun of this standard. But again, no shot. No shot, no shot, no shot. Taken a couple of hits. I hoped the angle I was at would have helped, but apparently not. The shot went clean through. Luckily, American tanks use solid shots, so it's not a big deal. Vertical aiming drive is not that badly hit. No need to make repairs. So, what to do, what to do, what to do. Advance forwards once again. If we can get round, we can start teaming up with WP I-111 and just work our way forwards. That effectively will double the fire rate if they aren't paying attention. Let's lay onto this M6 again. Have I got range? Aha! I have you! Fire! And miss. Back into cover. Call the reload, 30 seconds. And wait again. That was a marginal shot. He was hull down. I would have needed to hit his turret. Good, somebody else got the 152. That's the principal one-hit kill for this tank gone. One-hit kill for any tank, actually. I think they use a higher velocity version of this gun, which is why the Su-152 is so damn nasty. Russians loved big guns. I'm not sure if they were compensating for something. I mean, this is the nation that went for 85mm on the T-34 when everyone else was going for 75 on their medium tanks. And of course, KV-2, is he on fire? No, that was someone else burning behind him. And of course, 152mm howitzer when the American Shermans were quite content to go for 105. Lay on, fire, goodbye. Back it up again. And again, announce the reload. Standard drills with the KV-2 if you've ever done this tank. Waity. Another 15 seconds or so until we're ready to re-engage. WP Treble 1 can take the next shot. In fact, what we will do, we don't quite have the angle. Gun pressure on this thing, like most tanks of the period, is complete junk. So we are actually going to have to get this thing onto the level to manage a decent firing position. Looks as though the enemy team are thoroughly routed. probably ran out of spade when their tigers exploded. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the round. So like I said, if you can't beat them, join them. Although, fair's fair, I've had some truly horrible rounds in the KVs as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been useful. That has been a quick half hour in War Thunder. And until next time, farewell. 10th, dear God.